Right. So back in Washington, D.C., I had a chance to have exchanges with our people in the Philippine Embassy, to talk to some folks in the State Department and some very senior officials from the previous and current administration. My fundamental sense is that the Trump administration is still yet to come up with a clear Asia policy. If you notice, both the State Department and also the Pentagon are yet to put in the so-called Asia team. So the assistant secretaries who will be very much in charge of the East Asia defense and foreign policy of the United States. And those people are not yet there. Both James Mattis, the defense minister, and also Rex Tillerson of the State Department, both secretaries have had this back and forth with the White House over appointment of their preferred undersecretaries and assistant secretaries. So there are some tensions there. There are some disagreements there. So in short, the Asia policy of Trump administration right now is under construction. Nonetheless, there's certain trends that we see. The first trend is this focus on the policy of strategic reassurance. If you have noticed, the Trump administration has sent top-level official, whether the defense minister, whether the State Department secretary, whether the vice president, to both European Union and also to Northeast Asia, particularly Japan, China, and South Korea. So you had multiple visits. Rex Tillerson has been both to Japan and also to Europe. The same thing also with General James Mattis, who's the defense secretary. So on one hand, I think the focus there is to calm down tensions, calm down anxieties among key allies that the U.S. will abandon them. I think in many ways the Trump administration has significantly walked back from its campaign era threat of abandoning its allies and going on its own. We very much see business as usual here. In fact, when Rex Tillerson was in China, we also saw him significantly stepping back from his more hawkish statements against China by reiterating the necessity for the two countries to cooperate and for them to focus on areas of convergence rather than divergence, which is very much close to the Chinese line when it comes to the U.S.-China global relations. Now, the problem comes in the picture when it comes to second-tier allies. So if you have noticed, we have not seen any significant statement by the Trump administration regarding, let's say, Southeast Asia, particularly ASEAN, and this is a huge departure from the Obama administration, which put ASEAN at the center of its pivot to Asia policy. If you remember, Obama was already in Indonesia within his first year into office. President Obama, of course, also had the Sunny Land Summit with ASEAN leaders early last year, where he invited top ASEAN leaders to have an informal retreat with him in the Sunnylands Ranch in California. Now you have an administration which has not even said much about ASEAN. Forget about giving the kind of engagement that we used to have under the Obama administration. That's a letdown without a question. So I talked to a lot of Southeast Asia experts from Singapore, from Indonesia, among others, and there are concerns. Now, Mike Pence, the vice president, will be visiting Indonesia very soon, but there's no clear agenda on the table. I think the concern here in ASEAN is that we might end up as a jet fuel stopover. You know, I mean, because when you have Japanese and Chinese leaders coming to Philippines and Southeast Asia, you see billions of dollars being put on the table, concrete defense and strategic agreements being discussed. But as far as the U.S. is concerned, I don't see any chance of them putting anything significant on the table. So at most, we might get only handshakes and jet fuel stops. Well,